You also said, I think it's horrible that women sleep around like it's nothing. I'm not a modest woman or a virgin, but I have standards and self-control. I don't do one-night stands. Okay. You think it's horrible that women sleep around like it's nothing.
Yeah. I feel like there's just lack of respect, like I said, towards the man and then also towards yourself. But again, that's my opinion, and I believe that everyone can do what they want, but I do believe that later in life you guys might have problems or run into issues where you think you might, I hope that you find somebody that is willing to love you and accept you for all of the things that all the decisions you have made in your life. But in reality, I do side with Brian and Jake that you are probably going to have a harder time than, let's say, her or myself or even you, who choose not to put themselves out there in that way. Now granted, don't get me wrong, I model on Instagram. I do take my clothes off, but I don't put myself fully out there. I don't show my chest. I don't show my privates.
It's just like the which is worse, strippers or OnlyFans girls. Yeah. It's like you're swimsuit modeling on Instagram, like someone else that's more conservative might be like, that's impure.
And I agree, because there is a sense of modesty. To me, I feel like I can put myself out there in lingerie because to me, I feel like I can go to the beach and see the exact same thing. I feel like I'm still keeping my
social norms.
Well, no, it's more like I'm still keeping. Because you can go in France
and see naked people just
I've been to a nude beach. Don't get me wrong. I've been to a nude beach.
Do you get paid for the modeling, or do you just do it?
I have been paid for modeling.
Do you get paid for it all, or do you just do it?
Not all of it. But I have done charity work. But in the beginning, I wasn't paid.
Charity modeling?
Yeah, for charity events, and I do a lot of car shows and stuff like that. We do we do charity car shows. So I'll do modeling for the car show for free, not charging. But I do get paid. People will do private message me and be like, hey, I would like you to do this type of photo shoot. But you do
have the shoots that you just do where you just pay someone to take photos of you?
Yeah. Somebody will pay, be like, hey, I want to see you in this outfit doing this type of modeling, and then they'll get select photos.
That's what I do.
So wait,
that's what I do.
I don't take my clothes off.
I call that a custom.
It is. But
and so what you're comfortable with?
Establish. So you do get paid by people to take photos that are sort of sexually explicit?
No, I would not say that my photos
in
are
your
sexually
lingerie.
Explicit. Yeah, lingerie.
So it depends who thinks it's explicit.
But
or
I'm not.
You get paid by who though? Directly to the customer, or by an agency?
Sometimes, both. Sometimes I get paid by an agency to go and do a shoot, or go and walk a runway or whatever, or go and work a car event. But then I also have people that private message me that want me to model with their cars or do whatever, with their car,
what I do.
Motorcycle, boat, whatever it may be. And they pay me specifically to model.
But do you just do it in your living room, just you in lingerie?
No. It's usually public. It's usually multiple people on a set. It's all professional.
Normally with the theme of cars, that's pretty much always.
A majority. I do some cosplay and stuff like that. But majority cars. That's just.
It's kind of the same thing.
It's kind of the same thing.
It is. No, and that's what I'm saying.
I feel like you're judging them, but you're kind of doing the same thing.
It's the strippers versus OnlyFans.
Well, and that's
because I'm comfortable being naked.
Not that there's
I'm
anything
worse.
wrong with it. I think everyone should be free to make their own choices and stuff. But I think that it's not fair that you're judging them when you're kind of doing the same thing.
I mean, it's
lawyered.
Because not all OnlyFans models do nude content.
Yeah, you could do what you do on OnlyFans for more money.
What you do, but have a paywall behind it.
But the difference that I see is that I won't once it's. I don't know how to.
But you're selling pictures of you in your underwear. You could put that on OnlyFans tomorw, make more money off of it, and it's the same thing that you were already doing.
It's a good point that you guys have got in the sense that it is philosophically the same.
Yes. No, I agree.
But I think, like Brian said before, it's about perception as well. And if somebody says I'm a model for cars, it's much less of a red flag than it is to say I'm an OnlyFans model.
So she's spinning herself, right?
Well,
she's spinning and selling herself.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like she's, if you were to go on a date with a girl, right, and a girl tells you, okay, yeah, I do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That sounds bad, probably, right, to most men.
It sounds like what it is.
Yeah.
Well,
right? But if she were to say, oh yeah, somebody can private message me and I'll take private photos and lingerie for them and send it to them for money.
It will never be in my bedroom.
It just depends though. Like hold on.
It's not like I'm taking selfies and selling it to somebody. It's I'm going on a set and shooting, and I'm also posting those publicly.
Same.
And I'm also.
But how is that person using that photo?
What are they using
and
that
I'm
for?
not saying there's
Poster in
nothing
their
wrong with
bedroom?
what
Yeah.
you're doing. Absolutely, by all means. Like I think photos in lingerie is the most empowering, most like thing someone can do, right? Boudoir photography is essentially
I think we
what
were
you're
talking
doing.
about it from the male perspective, though, in terms
But-
of like if it's a
and
red
that's
flag or something. You
where
guys are
I'm-
having a discussion between
Well,
yourselves.
that's
I'm
where
trying to tell you
going.
what the
If I could finish my point.
Is it from the male perspective?
Yes,
or female
that
perspective?
man.
You're
you
going
are
to tell
ta-
me from the male perspective.
I'm
Okay,
saying I'm saying the photo that's being taken is with that person's car, bike, motorcycle, which they think which is their possession. So having a beautiful woman dressed in lingerie next to a thing that brings them joy, that might sexually arouse them. You don't know what they're using those photos for, where that content's being posted. So I'm saying from the general perspective, looking at what that person's using that photo for, it's relative.
What I think though is there's probably still going to be plenty of men that would object to what
Definitely.
you're doing because
Definitely.
there is to some degree
That was the
immodesty
point, yeah.
in what you're doing.
No.
However, I mean, if you're posing in like bikinis and stuff, like there's definitely conservative men that are going to be like, even like you might not be nude, but it's just
I would say
you're
that's-
immodest
that
to
was
some
my point.
degree.
I would say that's like literally 5 to 10% of my photos. All of my modeling photos, I'm genuinely fully clothed. I would
Okay,
say I
that-
have a very, very small
Sure,
percentage
that's fine.
that's lingerie. I don't actually prefer to do that. I don't really.
Sure,
I like
that's
to
fine.
keep it private.
That's fine. But what I would argue, though, the
Yeah.
differential between what you do and OnlyFans, you are there's like a different layer of
Boundaries.
separation
Yeah.
because on OnlyFans, these men are then messaging you and you are basically trying to like, okay, how can I message this guy to try to pull as much money from him as possible, whether that's through flirting, whether that's through like trying to get him
She's
to
setting her prices.
Yeah, but I have one set price. It's not like they can pay me
Motorsports
more.
donated $100. Let's not be silly, Red. In the future, her kids will not be bullied or punch another kid because she has nude photos or being run through or pole smoking sex acts online.
Damn.
It is,
Word.
it is a difference
Thank you,
between
Grid One.
actually
Thank you.
having boy-girl content online and.
Oh, and I'm sorry.
No, that's
what I
I'm
started
saying,
to
but,
say
like,
in
I was
regards.
just
But you've got a good
picking
point
at
though
her.
that there has been conservative guys.
Also,
I was picking.
I just want to say
at the point.
something
It got
about
bigger
Grid
than
One.
I meant it to be.
I just want to tell everybody, Grid One, he like talks a big game, but he drives a Toyota Prius. Just saying. Go ahead with your point.
I was wondering what he drove.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was starting to say was,
A
yes,
Subaru
people can.
Outback also, yeah.
I have set prices, but my price is, let's say, I'm just gonna throw out random number. My price is okay. It's $100, and you're gonna get 10 pictures, and that's it. It's those pictures that I choose to give you. It's not you choosing. Hey, I want you to do this and this and this.
What?
And this
You don't know
and-
my model.
No, but I
hey,
know that
wanna
you-
see pictures of me in socks.
But I know
would
that-
love to do that for you. Here's 10 pictures for $100.
Yeah, but it's not.
How much?
It's
But then you
not.
can people. But don't people
What's
have
up?
conversations with you? Don't people have conversations? They can get to know you more. They can have
Oh my God, my
conversations with you while you're live.
pictures.
I
And
don't.
that's based on your
I'm
I
just
run my
showing
page how I want to
parallels.
run my page. If I don't
Yeah.
want to have an in-depth conversation with someone,
I'm getting saucy.
then I don't have an in-depth conversation. Like I run my page
Jacama.
how I'm most.
We must
comfortable
read this
doing
from
that.
Jacama.
Oh, 6